Good morning, good morning, good morning. You have less than what you started with? Well, I can believe that. Hmm. How are you doing this morning, Junkyard? Well, it's about time you guys showed up.
Meryl, it's only 3 minutes late.
Go get him, girl. It was a rough night last night. It was. In a lot of pain. Good morning, cute kitty. No. Uh, Feels like every bone in my body's been beat up. And then the cat, 3 times in the middle of the night, I woke up and she was sleeping on my chest. And I'd put her back down by my kneecaps and she'd lay there. And then as soon as I would fall asleep, she'd get right back on my chest again. And I'd wake up because I felt like I was suffocating because she curls up in a small ball and you got all that weight there and it's just pushing down on your chest. It wouldn't be so bad if she'd stretch out. But, no. Thank you. Yeah, like a nuclear stress test, right? Well, I do have pain meds, but I didn't take anything last night. But you doubled it? That's nice. Just raking it in. Uh, well, the other day, I had to use the sewer machine. We got roots from the maple tree out front. It closed down the sewer line. So I used my sewer machine and I got it done. And right at the very end, it took every bit of the coil to get to it. But right at the very end, it pulled out of the keeper that holds the coil in there. So you have to dismantle the threader, the drum, and the spindle in there in order to put a new keeper in. Well, it's about a 4-hour job, and it takes 2 sets of hands. Once you get everything tore apart, you got to hold the keeper or the cable there while you put the keeper in. That's where it takes a second set of hands. Well, yesterday, evidently, I got it only partially remedied. Yesterday I had another problem with it, so I called the sewer guy because I wasn't going to fix that machine. And it went from $75 to $150 now. And the normal guy, he retired. So he retired. This guy wants 150. So I started looking around, and I bought a Kenway 400 commercial sewer auger with a 100-foot cable, 1-inch line, and an extra 10-foot extension line for it for $150. The guy's a retired plumber, 70 years old. He closed down during the Hillary, and he said he sold everything, but he kept the best machine for himself. And he said it's just too big for him right now. He can't lift it. It takes everything he has to move it around, and he's just going to get rid of it. So I went and bought that yesterday. It took 2 of us to load it. Kathy and I unloaded it here. It's not a self-feeder, so you got to feed it by hand, and that's why I'm so sore. I run the line out 90 feet, and then it took Casey and I to pull it back out of the sewer line. Going in was easy. Coming out was hard. So I got it done. Or we got it done. But that's why I'm so sore, because I used almost every muscle in my body yesterday to do all this. It feels like I'm beat to death. It works really good. Now the drum on it's just big. Hopefully this one will last me for the rest of my life. I do have self-feeders on my other 2 machines I got. I got 2 Spartans, and then I got a Rigid plus this Kenway. And the Rigid needs a new coil. And one Spartan needs a new motor, and then the other Spartan needs a new keeper put back in it. Using your brain too hard. I have a friend down in Delta. He's asked me about my Spartans a couple of times, so I got a hold of him yesterday and said, "Hey, you still interested in buying them? I don't need them no more." So I'm going to see if one of the self-threaders, the feeders, I'm going to see if it fits mine, the new one I got. If it does, I'm going to put a feeder on it. And what a feeder does is you turn the lever one way and it runs the cable out. And then you put it in neutral and then put it back the other way, and it runs the cable back in, so you don't have to pull in or push out. It does it all for you, which makes it nice. Well, the one that the motor blew on it, the motor is like $450. So I didn't put a new motor on it. I give $35 for that machine at an auction 25 years ago. And then the rigid, we bought 4 years ago, I think, for $75. And I'm trying to think. Somebody borrowed it, and they snapped the coil. The coil had it has a cable in it, but it snapped the coil. So it stayed together, but it's broke. So I ended up having to get that all pulled out of there, and the coil, or the snake itself, is like $275. So yeah, Junior did. Then the other one, I was using it the other day, and the keeper come out. Well, like I said, it's a 3-hour job to tear that apart and put it back together. And I just can't do it with my hands the way it is right now by myself. No, that was for the other one. That was for the Spartan. This is that rigid that we went out there. We went and bought that propane flat top, and then the 4 hours later we was right across the street buying the rigid. The guy wouldn't give me the address until he was ready. I said, okay. Well, then he gave me the address, and I got there, and I looked across the street, and I was across, Kathy and I and our son, Junior, were across the street 4 hours earlier, and we bought a big flat top griddle. Right across the street. I had to drive 25 miles to get it. I said, man, I wish you'd have told me, because I'd have did them both at the same time. But the rigid is like $350, $400 for a new one. No. And I did check the price on that Kenway. A new one is $3,200. So. So, and then in the process of bringing that home, the cutter, the auger bit, got into the headliner of the car and ripped that. Kathy was not happy about that. Yeah, just get a composting toilet. There you go. Well, you could do like they do in San Francisco. just go out there to the street. Yeah. No. It's called redundancy. You got to have one for the backup, for the backup, for the backup. Anyhow, so that's what we did yesterday. And then instead of cooking, because we were all whipped, we was going to go to Subway at the mall at the Walmart and get us a sub. Because if you go to Walmart, they have a special at the Subways at Walmart, and it's usually a chicken sandwich of some kind. So I went to Walmart to get a couple of subs, and the Subway was closed. They were open earlier that morning that day because Kathy was there, and she said they were open. I said they're closed now. Second shift didn't show up. So I left there and went to Burger King. Normally you go to Burger King and there's only one car in the parking lot. There was like 15 cars there, and I said, all right, now they're finally, making food again. Right. People are showing up. Well, I wait 25 minutes in the drive-thru to order. I order a double Whopper with cheese and a BK King, a Bacon King meal. Well, I get home, I eat half of my burger, I wrap the other half up. Last night I'm sitting there watching TV, and I thought, well, I'm going to eat the rest of my sandwich. I go to take a bite out of it, and out comes this long hair about this long. And it didn't come from on top of the sandwich or, from the bottom of the sandwich. It come from inside the sandwich, which I never took the lid off, so I know it wasn't one of my hairs. So, yeah, you're back from London. Damn. London, England, or London, Canada? Good morning, STD. London, England. Well, blimey. Huh. What was you doing over there? God save the Queen. Went over to watch the Browns lose. You could have saved your money, and you could have just, heard about it at home. So you and the other Cleveland, Cincinnati Brown, Cleveland Brown. You and the other Cleveland Brown did fan. The two of you, you both went. Yeah, they need help with what they can get. Well, it's going to be a long time again before I eat one. You know, 20 years ago, you went into a fast food restaurant. Anybody that cooked wore gloves and had a hairnet on. You go look at them now. Here, they don't. They don't even wear gloves to put French fries in a basket. I don't understand it. There you go. Uh, so that's the extent of my yesterday. Yeah, I bet. Yeah. This is the same lighter. So anything going on with anybody? I seen that they had a picture of the guy that supposedly started the fires. Uh, wasn't he homeless or something like that? Yeah, he has to pay restitution. Yeah. Well, why don't you just leave him in the trailer? for sure. Well, if it's California, he's probably going to get a, humanitarian award or something like that instead. There you go. Well, when they do an expedition up there to Mount Everest, they should be made to bring back all their garbage. I mean, if you can haul it up there, you can haul it back. Well, take all the air out of the tires and fill them with helium. That way it'll lighten the load. Oh, I know. That'll be going on for the next 4 months. Not yet. Close. Shots, everybody, shots. Shots, everybody, shots. Shots, everybody, shots. Shots, everybody, shots. It's 5-shot Thursday. You're not drinking alone today, Junkyard. Square Table, you might as well get a case and start catching up. It's a good thing I was sick last week, or Junkyard'd still be hungover. So how was your trip to London? Did you see Big Ben? Look, kids, there's Big Ben. Look, kids, there's Big Ben. Look, kids, there's Big Ben. Remember that National Lampoon's Vacation movie? That was funny. Look, kids, Big Ben. Look, kids, Big Ben. Hits that bicyclist, and the he's, oh, don't worry, it's just a scratch. Blood's just shooting out of him. Yeah. Oh, tourist, eh? Yeah. There's cookies in the cookie jar. There's What's her platform? What is she running on? If you want more of the same, vote for Gavin. You know, if you want houses on the sidewalks, you know, canvas houses, polyurethane houses, you know.
Why do you need two?
I'm so hungry. Papa slipped his tongue.
I have to feed you?
Duh.
Don't lose it.
Oh, I know.
What's that for?
Because I said the kids want money in there for an extra pizza, so I'm not doing that. Just mind your business. It's none of your business.
The hell, it ain't my business. You're gonna work for that.
You don't know.
I did.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Every time you turn around.
I got my Halloween tree up.
Hi. Cracker.
That ain't work. That's just so they can stay here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start charging.
Mm-hmm.
And look at that cat. She can't get enough with just one at a time. She has to eat two at a time. She took two oatmeal cookies,
7:04.
or cream pies, and
What?
she stacked one on top of another. It's a buffet. That's right.
Want me to start walking?
7:05. Bus will be over there in 3 minutes.
Oh,
Hey, I love you. Be careful.
I love you too.
Watch where you're walking. See you in the morning.
See ya.
You got your water bottle?
I gotta bring mine.
You need a bottle?
Yeah.
Come get one. Right, just get one right out of there. It'll get cold. Hurry up.
Yeah. Hey, don't shut the door.
But don't mind me.
Love you.
Love you, Papa.
I love you too. Yeah. I think we're probably going to end up having to turn on the.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong.
Oh man, it was a little chilly out here this morning.
Oh, you'll be fine. Put some clothes on because you're not. You're really. You are gonna take the ride. You are not turning that on.
Yeah. Okay.
No, you're not. Could be in a wuss.
Yeah.
I'm a lot thinner than you. Get out of here.
I don't know. That's coming from a woman that sleeps with a heating blanket on.
I don't have a heating blanket. No, you do.
I don't have a heating blanket.
Crybaby. Yeah. You. The one that kind of got you.
The only time I use a heating blanket is when I'm sick.
Oh, yeah, which is 99.9% of the time. Right, Jimmy?
Hold on, people. Somebody needs an adjustment.
Yeah.
That's a good thing because I can't close my fist. You know, you can get them.
Stop.
I can't. That's it. I can't close them.
Yeah.
I'm not lying. I can't close them any more than that. Just have to get me a baseball bat with a bigger choke on the bottom or. Yeah. Got gas yesterday for $1.89 a gallon.
What was that?
Oh. $1.89 a gallon. Can you believe that? Well, had to have use her reward points to do that, but I filled up her car and I filled up my car. Took 26.2 gallons or something like that to fill both of them up. Morning, Warsaw. Huh. That's right. Get a short and a solid bath. There you go. Tire thumper. I got a tire thumper here someplace.
Once again, it's somewhere where you don't take care of nothing.
I think it's right here.
There's this damn bus going. All the way to Wyoming.
I don't think Pritzker or Johnson are going to jail. Everybody says, that, have you ever seen anybody ever convict a politician of anything? Even that Menendez or whatever his name is, he ain't getting squat. Out of New Jersey. Oh, pumpkin. Oh, you got your box? Yeah.
I know, she's been getting it.
Yeah. He may be going to jail, being arrested, but he'll never serve time for any conviction of anything. That's the way it works in the government. Oh, I bet he doesn't win it. Even though he's been nominated by several countries and stuff with the Peace Award, he'll probably never give it. They'll probably give it to, some blue-haired, or they'll probably give it to Bad Bunny. So he'll have something in case, since he's not going to do the Super Bowl. You like your new box, baby? You like that? Yeah, I'll probably give it to Joe. And he won't even know what it's for. Or Hunter, They ought to give it to the auto pin. What?
What's that noise?
Her. I know he don't know nothing. He's been in politics for 50 years. You didn't know nothing then. Right. Oh, what's the worst of it? They lied about his dementia, Alzheimer's he's got. Period. He was so dumb he barely graduated out of college. He tried to tell everybody he was he was in the top 10. No, he was in the bottom 10 of this class. Maybe it was this way. I graduated in the 10%. Yeah, the bottom 10%. She about did a somersault jumping out of there.
Bus is supposed to be there at 7:02.
Yeah.
7:15. Still not.
Even by adding more students, he'd still be at the bottom because it's kind of be hard to find that many people dumber than him. Did it show up yet?
Which means there's no buses for her.
Yeah.
Give her the bus driver. When that happens,
Yeah.
no difference.
Oh, I know. Well, maybe some parents ought to be calling and asking how come it's taking the bus so long to get there. And they're giving Kyler hell. He won't get up. That kid likes to stay up late, but he likes to sleep in. Once he's sleeping, he doesn't want to get up. Well, like they say, Obama had to pick somebody dumber than him for vice president. So he did. And then Joe had to pick somebody dumber than him for vice president. So he did. And then Kamala had to pick somebody dumber than her for president. So she did. Or for vice president. I know the wheels on the bus ain't going round and round, round and round, round and round. Right. That's a great answer. Just think if she'd have won and then Tim would have ran for president, Tampon, who would he have picked for his vice president? Hi, my name's Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. We're going to go to the sun, but we're going to do it at night because it's much cooler then. I already did. I just told you. Oh, Pumpkin. Yeah, you're good girl. Oh, that's my baby. Come on. Get in your box. Get in the box. Uh, this morning, I don't know, 3:30, I was awake and she's looking at me like this, you know. So I'm scratching the side of her on each side and she's staring at me. And I start scratching back here up on the top of her shoulders and all of a sudden she goes like this. And she bites me on the nose. I said, what are you doing that for? I think she was telling me, oh, that felt so good. Come on, get up here. Put that down. Nobody wants to see the business end of you. Come on, get on. All right. Yeah. Dolly's better, you're right. Ooh. Hold on. There we go. I got you. I'm not going to let you fall. Yeah. Okay. You just go ahead and get yourself nice and comfy. They probably would have won. Nice and comfy. You can't see it, but her tail's just a wagging. You know, I remember when she was just about as big as a deck of cards, right? Yeah, I know. I know. Every Saturday morning. I believe it's Saturday or Sunday morning. I can't remember which one. But after Live PD gets over with, I think it's Saturday or Sunday morning. I take it off from Reels and I put it on MeTV. MeTV. And like 7 o'clock in the morning, I think it is. Welcome to Mutual Omaha's Wild Kingdom with Marlon Perkins. $209 for a ticket to go see Disneyland? No, thank you. It's a broke world after all. It's a broke world after all. It's a broke world. $209. For fun and excitement and wild rides? No. You can get the same thing for $50 downtown and still have $169 left over. I don't know if he's still around, but this is the old reruns. I think Marlon Perkins has been dead for a while. Hell, he had to have been 70 or better, or close to it, back in the 80s or in the 70s. Let's see. Marlon Perkins was born in 1905, died in 1986. He's 81. March 28th. So he would be 120 years old. See, the more you know. She's looking at, what are you doing with my box? If we get a box of something, and she'll get in that box, and we'll leave that box alone for her for a few days because she, it gives her something to do or play with or whatever. But this box right here, she loves it. And then, she'll probably be in it 3 or 4 times a day for the next 3 or 4 days, and then she'll never get back in it again. And then we just take the box and break it down and put it in the recycling. Is that your box? Is that your box? Yeah? When we was kids, we used to take a box and we'd flip it upside down and cut a big, a hole in the side of it, and the cats would walk in there. They love it. They love to be hidden. Detroit still has a football team? Huh. Who knew? I grabbed her tail. She's saying, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I have not watched more than 10 minutes of professional football in the last 5 years. Or 6 years, 7 years. Whenever that Shite Stain took a knee, I stopped watching football then. They versed Mahomo in Kansas City. Couldn't tell you. Don't know. I don't even think I'd go to a game, a football game, if I got free tickets. Unless it was the Super Bowl and I got a box and travel expenses and all that other stuff. I got better things to do with my time. Spend it with my loving wife.
Oh, shit. What a dumbass I
I don't know if they're still around too. Hell, I don't know. All right, everybody. Time for me to get out of here. Y'all have a great day. God bless. Take care, prayers and peace. And I will see you tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard if you're so inclined to join me. Have a blessed day, everybody, and take care.